recording now?
Now it is recording.
Okay. Hi, today I got Lasik eye surgery, hence the glasses. And I guess this will just be kind of a recap of my experience so far. My appointment was at 3:30, so I showed up to the Lasik center around 3 p.m. and I signed in. The place was a ghost town, so they originally called me. My Lasik surgery was originally scheduled for last Friday. Lord have mercy, not last Friday. Next Friday. It was scheduled for next Friday, and they called me last night and they were like, listen, we're gonna have to cancel your appointment because of the coronavirus outbreak. We're closing shop for surgeries tomorrow on Sunday. And I was like, no, please, I've really been looking forward to this Lasik surgery. Is there anything that can be done? And they said, well, we can move the surgery up to tomorrow if you're willing to come in tomorrow. So that's how my Lasik surgery got rescheduled to what is now today. They had so many procedures in place because of this coronavirus, so you couldn't actually bring anyone in with you. You're supposed to bring somebody to drive you to the appointment and from the appointment, because after the surgery you really shouldn't be driving, or at least immediately after the surgery you shouldn't be driving. But because of the coronavirus, the person who drove me could not actually sit in the building with me. They had to walk me in and then go wait in the car for an hour, hour and a half, which was kind of crazy. And when I walked in, there was nobody in the waiting room. Literally no one. So it's kind of surreal in that way. The appointment actually went really quickly. I signed in, they had me sign the consent forms. They went over the post-operative drop situation. They took me to pay for the surgery, so you pay when you get there. After I paid for it, they sat me outside of the surgery room or the procedure room, and within 10 minutes I was taken in. And so that's when things get a little hairy. So I go into the room and the lady's like, oh, you forgot to take your glasses off, you know, you won't be needing those. And I was like, oh yeah, forgot. Of course I have it, I always wear those. So I go in, they have you lay down on this table with a headrest, and there's like this big machine over top of you. And so I'm laying down, they're like, all right, here's some stress balls to squeeze. And I'm thinking, I don't need these stress balls, you know. I'm a big girl, I'm good. I get the stress balls, I'm laying down, and they just like start the procedure immediately. He goes over my name, what I'm there for, confirming the type of surgery I'm getting. And I got all laser Lasik with Contoura. And my starting prescription was minus 4.25 in the right, maybe minus 4.5 in the left. So I asked him, you know, what the odds of me getting 20/20 vision or better were for my specific prescription. He said about 90%, and there was about a 96% chance that I would have 20/40 or better. And I was like, okay, I'll take those odds. I'm laying down and we're about to start the procedure. They put some numbing drops in your eye first, and then they put a speculum, which is just like this metal instrument that pries your eyelids open so that you can't blink during the procedure. And then they covered up the other eye that they weren't focusing on. There's this flashing green light, and they tell you look at the green light the whole time. So I'm looking there, and then they bring this like other machine over and they put it right on your eyeball, and you feel it on your eyeball. So I'm guessing that was the initial laser that makes the bubbles that will eventually lead to the flap being created. So that, he puts it on my eyes, and it's so heavy and it just keeps pressing down, and that's about the point at which I started to freak completely out. Like I'm squeezing a stress ball, I'm hyperventilating, like my legs are fidgeting, and the lady in there, she's like rubbing my arm, which is making it feel a little bit better, but I'm still freaking out. She's like, ma'am, I need you to breathe, and I'm just like, bruh, I'm trying my best. Like this is the only thing I'm doing right now, is trying to breathe. I'm freaking out because your vision goes completely black. You are completely entirely blind when they put the pressure thing on you. So that was scary, just being blind for, even though it was maybe 40 seconds. Maybe 40 seconds I was blind. And he's counting down. He's like, all right, you only have 25 seconds left, 15 seconds left, 5 seconds left. So I'm just like, okay. it was not good. After that, he takes this little instrument, like wipes under the flap they've made to free it up, and then he folds it back. And they bring the other laser to actually do the Lasik, and they turn that on, and there's a gas exchange, so you can actually smell gas, and that did not help with my anxiety either. I'm just smelling the gas, and it almost smells like it's burning. So in my mind, my eyeball is burning because of this laser. It's just... So I get through the whole procedure, and I'm just like, so sorry guys, like, I know I wasn't a great patient, you know, that's my bad. And he's just like, no, you did fine, you did great. And I was like, okay, sure, you don't have to lie. After that, they take me into where they set me up, and immediately I can already see way better than I could without my glasses going in. It's still really blurry, but I could just see, it just wasn't focused, I'd say. So I walk into another room where they examine me to make sure that the flap is back in place, because after all the lasers and stuff, he smooths the flap over and put drops in and stuff. And so the optometrist looks at me with the slit lamp, and he's making sure the flap looks nice. Then he also puts these plugs in my tear ducts, these tiny little plugs to stop my tears from being able to drain from my eyes. So that made me tear excessively. Since the tears have nowhere else to go, I've just been constantly crying. It actually just stopped. So fast forward, I get home, and the instructions are to keep your eyes closed for 4 hours. So I just decided to take a nap for 4 hours, and they give you these goggles. I can show you the goggles when I wake up tomorrow morning and give you guys the morning update, but they give you these goggles to sleep in so that you don't touch or damage your eye, since the flap is still there and it's very vulnerable and hasn't healed yet. So I'm trying to sleep in these goggles, and my eyes keep watering, and it's really just uncomfortable, I'd say. 2 hours into my nap, some alarm sets off. I don't know, I guess I didn't set the alarm properly. The alarm goes off 2 hours into my nap, and I wake up in the worst pain ever. It feels like people were just stabbing little pinholes into my eyeballs, both of them at the same time. And I couldn't open my eyes, because every time I opened my eyes, there would be this excruciating pain. And so I'm feeling my way down the hallway, trying to get to the medicine cabinet to get some painkillers, because at this point I'm crying. It's not good. My boyfriend called me. He's trying to calm me down. I'm cussing him out. It's not a good situation for anyone involved. So I opened my eyes for a split second to see which bottles kind of look like ibuprofen, and I grab a bottle and I try to look at it, and I couldn't tell whether it was NyQuil or Advil, but at this point I didn't care. So I took 2 pills of whatever it was. I went back, and it was actually Advil, but I very well could have taken NyQuil, because I could not read that bottle. I took my little Advils, I laid down, cried myself back to sleep, and then woke up 2 hours later. So we're making the full complete 4 hours, and here we are now. So I have these shades on because I'm still very light sensitive, but my vision is getting much clearer, and this is only, I guess at this point I'm 5 hours post surgery, and my vision is clearing up. It's still slightly blurry, but it's almost like wearing glasses, an old pair of glasses, where the glasses might be 0.5 of a diopter off. So if my glasses are minus 4.25, let's just say that the glasses I'm wearing are an old pair that's minus 3.75 instead. I'm like super satisfied. My eyes were really dry, so I used a bunch of the lubricating drops. They also gave me a steroid, and they gave me an antibiotic drop to take twice a day, I think. I have to reread the instructions, but I've already taken them once, and I know I have to take them again before bedtime. That's my update so far. I plan to come back in the morning and update you guys on like what my vision is like. I also have to go to an appointment to make sure that the flaps are still in place and everything is fine, 10:30 tomorrow morning, and then another appointment 1 week from now. I guess I can take these glasses off briefly to show you guys. My eyelids are sort of swollen and my eyes are a little red, so I'll just take my glasses off. Oh, this is bright. This ring light is brutal. So I'll get up on the camera and you can see my eyelids are kind of swollen and then my eyes are slightly red. But yeah, so I'm gonna put these back on. Oh, it's so much better. All right, guys, see you in the morning. Okay, so it's 11:18 the next day. So it still hasn't been 24 hours since I got my surgery around 4 p.m. yesterday. And I just came back from my follow-up appointment, the next day follow-up appointment. They checked my vision. In each eye individually, I'm 20/20 already, and using both eyes, I'm 20/15. So super excited. He told me I had to wear these shades in the house for 2 days, and I have to wear shades outside for 2 weeks. These are ugly. My boyfriend's been calling them the Ray Charles, so I'm going to go to the store and get some better sunglasses. I might wait a few days before doing that, seeing as it's the coronavirus thing and I have open wounds in my eyes, so maybe I'll wait a few days to give them time to heal and then practice social distancing when I go to the store, be really safe, use a bunch of hand sanitizer. I've been using my steroid drops, and those drops, they taste disgusting. When you put them in your eye, you can taste them in the back of your throat. It's gross. I expected my eyes to be more dry than they are. There's no pain, and honestly, they don't feel that dry. I have to use the lubricating drops once every hour, and I've been doing that, but not because I feel like I have to, just like, not because my eyes are actually dry, but because they told me I should. I'll take these off for a few seconds to show you guys that the swelling under my lids is still kind of there. I think that'll be there for a while. Oh, I meant to show you guys the goggles I have to sleep with. I'll be right back. Okay. How cute are these bad boys? I have to sleep with these on. It's not comfortable. I really think this is why my lids are so swollen, because this thing just like, it's like a suction cup. So it has these pads on the inside and a band like that. And I have to sleep in these for 7 days. I will come back in a week for my week follow-up, just to tell you guys whether or not my vision has changed. So far, honestly, my vision is super clear. When I was reading the eye chart, the letters were still kind of blurry. Like, I could see the 2015 line, but it was like slightly blurry. So I'll tell you guys if that goes away or not, but honestly, if it doesn't go away, I will still take it. That's it. So thanks for following me along this journey. So today is Tuesday, day 3 after surgery, and I just woke up. My vision is much more blurry than it was yesterday, which is kind of scary, to be honest. I put all the drops in that I was supposed to, the steroid, the antibiotic, and a bunch of artificial tears. So I'm hoping that it gets better throughout the day, at least back to where it was yesterday. Yesterday, it was crystal clear. And so the stark contrast of today is a little scary. Here, I'll give you an example. So yesterday when I was sitting at this part of the table, I could see the time on the oven really clearly. I can still see that it's 9:41, but it's not nearly as clear as it was yesterday. Here's hoping that gets better throughout the day, because that's kind of scary. Hey everybody, it's Thursday, day 5 post-op. Friday is 6. Yes, day 5 post-op, and my vision is completely clear again. After I had the scare with the blurry vision, I just made sure that I was taking my steroid and my antibiotic drops 4 times a day religiously, and then the lubricating drops 1 time every hour at the very least. I think my problem was that my eyes didn't physically feel dry, so I might have gone like 2 hours at a time without taking the drops, but that's not good. I was not being a compliant patient, and so my vision got blurry. I'm happy to see that it came back after I started following instructions and actually taking my drops, even when I didn't feel like my eyes were dry. I'm just really happy to see that my eyes have gotten so much better from that blurry vision scare, and of course way better than before I got the surgery. And just to show you guys like what I mean by less blurry, I'm gonna come over here. So from here, the time on the stove is crystal clear, even from back here. I would say that I definitely have 20/15 or better. I'm going to go back to the doctor tomorrow for my 1-week post-op, and they check your vision. At my 1-day post-op, I had 20/15, but it was like, you know, still blurry because I had surgery the day before. So let's see if I have a crisp 20/15 when I go in tomorrow. That's it for my update for today, and I'll check back within you. Check back in with you tomorrow. Okay, bye. Hi, it's Friday, day 6 post-op, and I went for my 1-week appointment, or like, I don't know, checkup at the Lasik Institute, and my vision was 20/16 in the right eye, 20/20 in the left, and 20/12 with both of them combined, which is like amazing. I cannot stop smiling. When I was driving home from the appointment, I was like, wow, I can see the flowers on all the blooming trees, and it's so nice. Guys, this is the best money I've ever spent, hands down. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. Anyway, so this surgery has exceeded my expectations by a long shot, because we're 1 week post-op and my vision is better than it ever could be with glasses. My best corrective visual acuity with glasses was 20/20, so I'm 3 lines better than I was with wearing my glasses. It's crazy. It's, you know, we're just okay, but that's it. I'm gonna stop freaking out now in terms of the actual what I'm doing still. So I get to stop the steroid drops and the antibiotic drops tomorrow. I only had to take those 4 times a day for a week. And then the artificial tears, he wants me to keep using them 1 time every hour for at least another week. So that would make 2 weeks after the surgery. Then he wants me to do 1 drop every 2 hours for the week after that, and then just slowly wean myself off. My eyes do not really feel dry, but I'm still gonna follow his instructions because of that one scare we had with the blurry vision. The doctor knows best, of course, in this situation, so I'm just gonna do what he tells me to do. It's a small price to pay for crystal clear HD vision. This is crazy. I don't know if I ever talked about the cost of the surgery, so maybe I have. If I did, I'm gonna just cut this part off. I paid $4,300 total. I paid half of it up front, and I'm financing the other half on an 18-month payment plan just to like build my credit, because since graduating college, I've been trying to just be a real adult, have credit history and whatnot. I think the payment plan starts a month after you get your surgery, but I honestly should log in to my account to see if I owe any money. And because then that would defeat the purpose of the payment plan for the credit history. So I've officially gone from $2,150 in the right eye and $2,300 or $2,400 in the left eye to 2016 and 2020. You just cannot beat that at all. I'm done. This is the last update. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching my video. My arm is about to fall off from holding my phone up. So I have to go, but thank you for tuning in. Maybe I'll do like a 6-month update or something later on down the line. But in terms of the surgery experience, this is it. 1 week post-op, 2012 vision. Can't beat it. Bye guys. Thank you so much for watching. Just to clarify, 2400, which was what my left eye was right before the surgery, means that what an average person can see from 400 feet away, I needed to stand 20 feet away from it to see it. Now I have 2012 vision, which means that what an average person needs to stand 12 feet away to see, I can see from 20 feet away. So yeah, just to put that in perspective. Okay. For real, this time, bye. Love you guys, bye.